Since finally the pandemic's dying down, more events are opening up here in Japan as well. I finally got to go to my first summer matsuri, my first summer festival.
Oh yeah,
and
how was that? Real anime moment, I assume.
Yeah. Okay. Here's how it went down. Right. So, I get back to Japan after traveling from Australia, and Didus and Emily hit me up, being like, "Yo, we're going to a summer festival," and of course,
anime.
And of course, Didus and Emily, they hear Summer Festival, they see this as an anime moment, they want to go all out, right? So there's this big group that consists of like a lot of like Geeks Plus talent and Geeks Plus staff. Maylin was there as well. And everyone's like, guys, we're finally having a Summer Festival episode. Fuck yeah. Okay, we've got to go all fucking out. So we go out to like rent yukatas for the day. Like, I think like Maylin had to travel like an hour or something, or wait an hour to like rent her yukata. She, in Maylin fashion, shows up like 2 hours late or some shit.
Of course.
I had to like travel like half an hour to get to my closest yukata rental place. We're all excited. We all like meet up, and then we go to this summer festival. And it was the most like, kind of like if there was a Japanese, if there was an in-betweener special in Japan, this would be it. Like how it went in our head was we imagined every fucking single summer festival episode of anime that we've seen. We got like the events going on. It's like in a nice school, it's like in a nice spacious park or a nice spacious place. You got the dim
weird
lights,
sexual tension,
the weird sexual tension, the fireworks and everything. So we go to this place.
Yeah.
And it's in a fucking car park, right? It's a basketball. Oh, sorry. Sorry, guys. Not a car park. A basketball court.
That's
right?
tiny.
So even smaller.
Yeah, it was
tiny.
fucking tiny, right?
Okay.
It was a basketball court next to this train station, right? It was so we went in and it was tiny. All right.
Yeah.
I was expecting us to be able to like walk around. There'd be like different events. There'd be different shops. I was waiting to get like my fucking yakisoba, get my like shaved dice.
Yeah.
Play that fucking mini game where you like shoot the thing.
Pick up the ball.
Pick up the ball. I was like, pick up the goldfish and shit like that. I was waiting for that. There was none of that. None of that, right? There was one stand for shaved ice. And that was the longest queue of this entire festival, right?
Is it even a festival at that point, or is it a glorified street show?
I mean, it kind of was just a
You
glorified
basically went to
street
like
show.
the Compton of summer festivals.
Basically, we would, like all of us were standing there. We'd spend more time waiting for our yukatas than it would have taken to go through everything in this fucking festival,
my
right?
God.
This festival.
Yeah.
And we were just waiting in line to get our like yakisoba. And as we were waiting in this line, because they was like gated off and we could see like railway tracks. And every like 10 minutes or so, we'd have this like really, it wasn't even like atmospheric, right? Because every 10 minutes or so, you'd have the train going, and I was just like, I got fucking dressed up for this.
So why did you go to this one and not a good one?
Because apparently, like, all the good ones are way, like, you have to travel, like, an hour or two outside of the city.
Oh.
Yeah, because
go
there's
to
not
any of the
enough
good ones.
space anywhere.
Yeah.
I saw a big one not too far from where I live. Those were decently, way bigger than the one you guys sent.
Oh, there's a couple of big ones I've been to as well, but the problem is that it's either way too incredibly packed, or especially during like the COVID season, they like really limit the space and the amount of people. So like they sometimes like ticket these places now. So it's like you can't just like rock up to these places anymore.
Yeah, so this place was incredibly small and also incredibly packed.
Oh yeah.
There was like,
you're all conglomerated in a basketball.
How sweaty were you?
It was so fucking sweaty. Okay.
Those poor rentals.
Yeah.
You must have given them a fucking like damp rag.
Bro, I'm pretty sure they had to incinerate all of our yukatas. Man. I felt so bad, right? And I wasn't even like the most sweaty one. There was like everyone was like sweating through their fucking yukatas. I'm so glad that they give you like space between like your pits, because holy shit, if it was like a t-shirt, like it would be, our pits would have been absolutely fucking stained.
Gross.
And I was like, there was like one long line. I was hoping this was like actually something cool. Maybe it was like a mini game or something.
Yeah.
Like I could see everyone lining up to this one fucking queue.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, cool.
So
maybe
you didn't know what you were lining up for.
No.
But you just joined a line.
I joined the line for like 5 minutes, and I thought it must have been
British people when they try and have fun. I just joined a line. I don't know what it's for.
I saw a line. I saw the long line. It must be something cool. It must be something cool.
That was fun.
Yeah, that was funny. I joined the line, and then I realized, I realized 5 minutes in, I should probably check what this line is for. So I get Sydney over. Sydney, wait here in line just in case it's something cool.
Yeah.
Maybe it's like one of the shooty games. Maybe it's like the goldfish game.
Right.
I go up, right. And this is by far the longest line where you'd have to wait in line for about 30 minutes to get to the front. It's a fucking balloon dealership for kids. It's just kids can go there and buy balloons. And kids were waiting 30 plus minutes to go to this one stall to buy balloons. And that was the highlight of this festival.
It's not even like traditionally Japanese. You can get a fucking, you can do that at Disneyland.
Yeah, Daiso as well. They sell $1. You know, I definitely was a 30-minute line as well.
It wasn't even like a paper balloon, like just like a regular ass like plastic balloon, or.
To be fair, it's smart. It's like the stall was like it's literally punch balloons. So basically, it's the ones you can like actually punch the balloon.
Man, I wanted to go to this.
I'm not waiting 30 minutes for that shit.
But I was sick. But I think I dodged a bullet.
You kind of did.
Dodged a bullet.
Actually, so we went there. We stayed for like 30 minutes, and immediately we were like, can we leave?
Just 30 minutes?
Yeah, because there was nothing to do there. There was literally nothing to do there. And the only reason we stayed was because Mei Lin was like an hour late. So we're like, oh, I guess we got to wait for Mei Lin. But there was like one saving grace to this festival, which is it wasn't there. There was nothing happening at the beginning, but there was a stage where music was being played and everything like that.
Will they dance around it?
Yeah, where they dance around it. Is there a name for that? Can you explain what the tradition of that is?
Boiis is like, so they basically, at the bigger festivals, what they do is they build this giant, really, really high stage. Usually it's like, I don't know, 5-10 meters up in the air.
Yeah.
And then they do this dance, usually at the end of the festival, where they light a fire, and then there are stage performers up on stage, and then basically everyone around them is dancing like in a clockwise, like kind of circle dance thing.
It's really bizarre if you've never seen it before.
Yeah.
It's probably one of the most like common types of festivals. Like there's some fucking wacky festivals out there, but I'd say that's probably the most common one you can see.
Yeah, so there was one
festival.
there was one at this festival that we went to. And there was nothing happening really on stage when we first arrived.
Yeah.
But when Mei Lin arrived, that's when they started, the whole dance kind of thing, the whole music, the whole traditional dance and traditional music. And initially, I was just like, what the fuck is this? I've already had like an awful time here. I just want to leave, go somewhere air conditioned, cool off, fucking get this sweat off. Yeah. And then Mei Lin's like, no, let's go check out the dance. Come on, I just got here. I was like, fine, Mei Lin, come on, let's go check out the dance then. Okay, whatever. And So there's this guy's. They're playing this traditional song and they're doing this traditional dance up on stage.
Is the one that's like that one?
Yeah, like that one.
Yeah, that's it.
That one,
Yeah, and I mean they had like everyone up on stage had like traditional yukatas on, except for this one grandma who they have fans of course in the summer festival. It was really weird just seeing one traditional grandma in a traditional yukata, and then she was sporting a Cars 2 fan.
You know what? Nothing says summer festival quite like Lightning McQueen.
I was like,
that's Japan, man. Tradition mixed with capitalism. And the Disney Corporation.
Just like seeing this traditional dance and just seeing like Lightning McQueen just up there
it would have been
on
better
stage.
if it was Minions. It would have been more on brand if it was Minions.
That's so funny. It would have been very on brand if it was Minions. But and initially no one wanted to like join in on a dance, right? Because it was like, it's hot, it's summer, everyone's sweating. But then we had this like one, we called him like the alpha. Right, there was this one alpha who just got down off the stage and like rallied the crowd together.
Right.
And he was like he just did the dance with such confidence that you see one person joining him, then two people, then like somehow he just conjures up an entire fucking line of people just like dancing around the stage.
Damn, what a chad.
Yeah, what an absolute chat. Yeah. And then I remember for one song he had to like go to the toilet or something, and like without the alpha, everyone was lost. We were like, what? Like I remember because we.
So you were a sheep, is what you're saying.
Yeah, we were sheep. Okay,
you were sheep.
We were sheep.
All of you are sheep.
Yeah.
You're literally just like a fucking flock of sheep after the sheepdog is gone. Like, it's like, where do we go? What do we do?
Yeah, because it was me, Sydney, Didus, Malin, just like following this guy, following his dance. He leaves for a second. We're like, what do we do? We are lost. The music hasn't stopped. Just Fortnite dance.
Everyone starts flossing.
And so we do this for like half an hour, 45 minutes.
Yeah.
And we think, all right, kind of had enough. Music stops and the next act is coming on. And so we're getting ready to leave. And they announced the next act. And let's just say this was not the Japanese summer festival experience I was expecting. Because the next act they bring on, they announced them. And they're like, please, introducing Bubbly. And I'm like, Bubbly? That does not sound like a traditional Japanese music act. What is this? Fucking idol group comes on. it's kind of like an idol group comes on and they say, hello, we are Bubbly. Let's fucking get it, boys. Let's go. And they start doing a dance. Yeah. And somehow, in this summer festival, it turns to an idol concert, right?
Jesus Christ.
It's
do people have the little things?
We should have, right?
Yeah.
Because that's people were using their fucking fans instead of like, because I was saying
They're Lightning McQueen fans?
Well, they do that. When I did the Visual K video, they also used fans.
Yeah.
Because I don't know, some COVID
Yeah, and
stuff.
so if you've been to an idol concert, normally people have like the glowy sticks where they do like the glowy dance. So they had that kind of dance that were trying to get people to like join along with, but everyone just kind of used their fucking fans to like join along, and it was like the most. Okay, here's how you could tell who the Brits in the crowd were. Okay, so there was everyone was like kind of like going along with this dance, going along with this idol concert. And then I was like, this is a bit too much for me.
I'm not getting paid for this.
This ain't it for me. And so I like step back and I look to my left, and who do I see? I see the only two other Brits in Geeks Plus just standing alongside me. we had all subconsciously thought the same thing, and we all had taken a step back and just was like, no.
That's so funny.
Sometimes you're just in the vibe and you're like, no.
No.
There's a time and place for that kind of stuff, and just that day was not the day.
Meanwhile, Didus right at the front of the queue going, yeah, let's go, Bubbly, let's go.
Oh my fucking god.
Very on brand for Didus.
Yeah, and it was like the most surreal experience I had ever seen. Because you could tell, like, there were like some fans in the crowd that were like hardcore fans, you know. They knew every dance, they knew all of the lyrics, and they were like spread out in the crowd. Like they were like they were purposely there to like indoctrinate people, right? because it was like a proper idol concert. And then I turned to Mei Lin and I was like, this is my first Japanese festival. This is my first, is this traditional? And she just turns to me and goes, no. I don't know what's going on either.
And remind me again, this is all happening on a fucking basketball court?
This is happening on a basketball court.
Okay, could you allow me to paint a better picture of this? How many people were at this thing, would you?
Yeah, how big was this basketball court?
Because basketball courts can't hold more than like 100 people.
The size of like 3 basketball courts.
Oh, so 3 basketball courts.
Yeah,
Like,
so
that's still tiny.
So you know
How
when you were in
many?
school, there was a playground and it
Yeah.
had like a basketball court and maybe
Tennis
something
or
else
something?
like
Like a tennis
tennis.
court,
Okay,
oh
so-
no, actually,
like a soccer field?
yeah, the stage was actually on the tennis court, I think.
Okay. So how many people were at this summer festival, if you had to guess?
I'd say 300.
Holy
right? About-
shit.
Fair amount for...
Yeah,
For that size.
no, it was a tiny space and it was absolutely packed to the brim, full of nothing. full of nothing.
Full of shaved ice
Yeah.
balloons and an
Yeah.
idol concert.
And yeah, it was great. I went to a summer festival, got a free idol concert.
No, I don't think
Wait.
you should say you went to a summer festival, because from the sounds of it, you didn't go to a summer
You
festival.
went to a summer festival themed idol concert.
Yeah.
On a basketball court.
No, guys, I went to you know how I got my money's worth out of that summer festival? I took one picture, posted it on Twitter, got
I saw that.
100,000
That was
likes. I was
crazy.
like, guys, I went to a summer festival.
Okay,
That's all. If people believe I went to a summer festival, that's what's
To be
important.
fair, when I saw that picture, I was
Yeah.
like, I was imagining, I saw a lot of people behind, and I was just like, oh wow, this must be like a really massive summer festival. if only I'd seen outside of the frame and seen that it doesn't extend that much further
we
out.
perfectly framed it, so we were like, frame out the train, frame out the basketball court, just make it look like it's a good summer festival.
how much did it cost you to rent your yukata?
Fuck, I don't remember. It was like
I mean, a lot of places
60,
can be
80?
Yeah, a lot of places can be a bit
So
expensive.
you paid
yeah.
60 or 80 bucks to get sweaty.
Yeah.
For like what? 2 hours? 3 hours?
yeah, 2-3 hours. Yeah,
and then go to
we just went to karaoke afterwards, and that was the highlight because it was like
In your yukata?
huh?
In your yukata?
Yeah.
Oh my god, that sounds like a lot of work.
No, why is it a lot of work?
I just
You
I
got
don't
it. Yeah,
know.
the yukata's way more cooling
It's
because
just
it's breathable.
I guess so. I don't know. I'm just
Yukatas
lazy.
are great because it's basically just PJs, except it's socially acceptable to
Yeah,
wear
but
outside.
I'm like giggle white, so it looks weird.
Yeah,
think it
true.
looks
When you
weird.
wear it, it just looks like Last Samurai cosplay.
I do look like every Facebook photo.
Actually, it was so funny, right? Because when we rock up, we had this whole Geeks Plus crew that rocked up to this summer festival. You know, like I said, we all dressed up for it. We rock up to this summer festival, look around, and I'm like, guess who the foreigners were? They were the ones wearing the yukatas. So it was.
Wait, everyone else was dressed normally?
Yeah, everyone else was dressed normally. So there was like the Japanese people all dressing in just like normal clothes, just like normal clothes. Then there was the foreigners. There was a group of us just rocking up in our yukatas, and we were just like, shit, guys, we were the only ones who actually dressed up for this.
I guarantee all the Japanese people there were like, how do we tell them that it's just an idol
Garnt
concert?
literally turned up in a tux to an elementary graduation. Like that's what Garnt did.
It was that one time where you get like the Halloween party invite and you're like, I should dress up for this. And
Yeah.
you were the only one who dressed up to this Halloween party. That's the experience we had.
Oh my god.
Well, no, yeah, it was a.
I almost, hearing that story, I almost want to take you guys to like an actual proper one.
Oh, no, I want to go to a proper
Yeah,
one.
I
yeah.
want to go somewhere like in the middle of nowhere.